Hi guys. So I am in my car. I have a busy day today with visits, but I have a little bit of time before my next visit, so I wanted to just do a quick video. I know that I haven't been posting videos daily. That was something that I wanted to try to do, but I knew in the back of my mind would be very unrealistic with the kind of life that I lead. But I really tried, and for a while there I had a little bit of a good run. But then I went to Minneapolis and the Wi-Fi there sucked, so even though I filmed footage every day, I didn't upload every day. And then now that I'm back home, I am back to work, working full-time and catching up on all of the work that I missed, catching up still from December with what happened at my job and trying to get all of that stuff still squared away. We have quite a few people on maternity leave at my job, so helping out with that. It's just been crazy. So I'm going to film as much as I possibly can. Oh, and then on top of that, I'm back in school now. Like, I was on a break and my quarter started again, and I have two pretty intensive classes. So just with everything going on, you know, being back home with Olivia, school, work, all of that, I'm gonna try to film as much as I can, but then again, there's really no pressure. These videos are just for whoever wants to watch them, and mostly for Olivia, and she doesn't quite watch them yet. So as long as I can get on film what I'm feeling and what I want to relay to her, it doesn't really matter how often that happens. So anyways, I'm gonna try to do it as often as I can with the time that I have. But here's another one. So today I just wanted to spend a couple minutes talking about compassion. And this is really important to me. I'm not a perfect person, and I do struggle with a lot of things, but compassion is one thing that I can say is the most consistent in my life and in my behavior. I really do try to make all or most of my decisions with some kind of compassion motivation behind them. I really do try to lead a life in which compassion drives me, and that's something that's really important to me, and that's really something that I would like to instill in my daughter, and that I do from the day she was born. I've instilled that in her. Some of the things, like for instance, what I do for a living is not an easy job. I started out working with children, and now I work with babies who have some kind of significant delay that's affecting their life, and I work to try to bridge that gap and to try to help them lead as normal of a life as possible, and not just with the babies but with the parents, to help them go through the grieving process and learn the coping skills that they need to help their baby function and to help them function as an entire family system, as normally and as happily as possible. And sometimes that can be hard to do. I mean, I see a lot of babies in the foster system who were just tossed away because they had a Down syndrome diagnosis, and now they're like bouncing around from house to house. Or I see babies who are just, should be doing all of these developmental things like walking and talking, and they're just kind of a vegetable with oxygen, and I'm still in this field trying to get them to live as normally and as happily as possible, them and their family. So I said all that to say is that you have to have some level of compassion to do that job. I suppose you can do it without compassion, but you wouldn't be doing it right. You wouldn't be doing it correctly. You wouldn't be providing the best therapy and the best services to those babies and to those families if your intentions were not driven by compassion. So that's just one example. I think it's just really, really important to have a kind and compassionate heart, and those are the things that people notice right away. You know, some people think that they notice your hair and your eyes and all of that, and maybe that's so, but if somebody's going to take the time to get to know you, it's usually going to be because there's something kind and there's something good inside of you. And that's what I want for myself. That's what I want for my daughter. I want her to be that person that's kind and compassionate, but at the same time is strong and independent and doesn't get taken advantage of, but leads her life in the most genuine and compassionate way. And the reason why I started talking about this today was because I am having a great day, and it's not because I won the Powerball last night, although I wish that were the case. It's really because I've had just a few encounters that I've had going from waking up this morning to go to work to going to work. I went to grab some lunch, and I think I went to Target to get a planner for 2016. And just the few people that I've spoken to were just so kind, and it really is refreshing, and it's really uplifting, and it can pull you out of whatever bad mood or bad feelings you have, even if it's just for a moment. It makes you think like, man, that's a really nice person. For instance, when I went to get lunch, I was coughing, and I'm not even sick, but I think I'm coming down with something. But I was coughing, not even a lot, maybe like 2 times I coughed, and then I got up to go pay for my food, and the girl was really sweet, and she was like, do you have cash? Because if you don't, I have to charge you 75 cents. And I was like, oh yeah, I do have cash, and I never have cash, but I took out cash for the Powerball tickets. So anyways, I had cash, and I was like, oh, that was really nice. And then she was like, and would you like me to pack you a water to go? I heard you were coughing a couple of times. And I was like, you are so sweet. That is so sweet. People going that extra mile, that little extra step just to show that they were watching you and that they care about you. Someone who completely doesn't even know you, that they care about you. And that was just so sweet. So anyways, and then there was a couple of other interactions along those same lines that happened today, and it just really reminded me the rewards of just being a good person. I mean, the reward in itself it's intrinsic. It's just that you feel good about yourself when you're kind to others and when your intentions are good. But you reap more benefits when other people start to notice, and I don't know, I just think it's really important. And now that Olivia is getting older, she's 3 now, I want to start taking her to do things now that she can understand. Like I want to take her to a children's hospital. I want to explain to her, sorry, a truck is coming. I want to explain to her why people may be different, why they have differences, why some people may look different, why some people may act different. I want her to really start to understand the differences in all of, us human beings, and that although there's so many differences, we all are still beautiful, and we're all still wonderful and unique and special in our own way. And I want her to see that. I'm fortunate enough that she, she's overcome, all of the odds with being premature and being in the NICU for as long as she was and all of that. So she, is typically developing. She's doing really, really well. And I just want her to see and to understand those that aren't, and the qualities that they have despite those differences. I want her to understand how to be grateful that not everybody gets toys, and not everybody gets a roof over their head, and not everybody, has all of the same things that she has, but yet people still function, and people still are grateful, and people still are kind. And I just want her to understand all of those things, and I want her to just always, always be kind. So anyways, I was just having a good day. I've had some really good interactions with some strangers today, and it really uplifted my day. So I'm hoping that Olivia can be that stranger, to people in the future. She can be that stranger that offers a full cup of water, or that girl that holds the door open, or the girl in school who'll stand up for somebody being bullying. That would be, if that were to happen, I feel like I would have succeeded as a parent. So anyways, I just wanted to share that. I wanted to just share a simple reminder to do all things, or as much as you can, with compassion and kindness, because you never know, it could just, make somebody's day like it did mine. So anyways, today's Thursday. I hope you guys are all having a wonderful, wonderful Thursday. Olivia, I love you, baby, and I'm glad to be home with you. I'm glad that I get to see you grow, and I'm glad that I get to help you develop into a hopefully kind and compassionate human being. So I love you. Bye.